AHumbleSoul, man. We checking back in, man. Shout out to everybody subscribed to the channel, showing the support, man. It's greatly appreciated. Right now we on the road to 50K subscribers. It's been a long time coming. More dope content on the way for sure, man. We gonna keep it going. Want to put something up on the channel, man, on the platform about Nate Grapes, a Bay Area rapper, who I got in tune with, man, back in like around 2008 through his collaborations with Stunner Man from the Pack, who he's transitioned to art now. He's an artist, a painter now. He goes by Jalil Nzinga, but at that time he was going by Stunner Man. He was a member of the group The Pack. They had a hit called Vans that went nationwide, worldwide. They represented Berkeley, California. I wasn't really hip to Berkeley before I got in tune with The Pack, to be honest with you. I was more familiar with Oakland, San Francisco, stuff like that when it came to Northern California and the Bay Area. They really put it on the map. And Stunner Man, he was more like the lyrical member of the group. He ended up dropping a solo project back in '08 called 2800 I Stay Blunted. And on the cover it had introducing Nate Grapes, who's also a Berkeley representative. And Grapes, he was featured on multiple songs on that mixtape. And he was a standout to me. He had a unique style, just his wordplay that he used. It was an East Coast, West Coast mix, real raw, unorthodox. Just caught my attention for sure. I was really rocking with him. So I did my research back then and was looking for like a project or some mixtapes. The mixtape game was heavy back then. But he didn't have a mixtape out, but he did have like a few like singles and videos. But around that same time at '08, Grapes ended up getting jammed up before he could really take advantage of his connection with Stunner Man, and really mash the gas on his own career. He ended up getting into an altercation that led to a shooting, man. He ended up getting caught up. He shot 2 people. One of the guys died, actually. Grapes got locked up for that. He went away, for some years, almost a decade pretty much, before he got out. And after he was released from prison, I connected with him. I had a chance to chop it up with him. It was actually his first ever interview.
Yeah, they gave me 10. They gave me 10. I did 9. I was supposed to do 8.5, but I ended up doing 9. And yeah, like I was saying, I was involved in the streets and shit. I got guns, nigga. I got niggas shooting at me. I'm shooting at niggas. That's just what come with being in the streets, you feel me? And so like that's I never really dove into my music because I was too involved in everything else. And 2008, that's when I caught my case. I was 19, and my partner, my folks had like a little like a bonfire birthday party for his baby mama at the time. They married and everything now, but his baby mama at the time had the bonfire birthday party in the city on the beach at Ocean Beach. And like we all end up going out there and fucking around, we all blowing, niggas, drink, it's drugs, all this shit, niggas getting on. And my nigga ended up getting into it with somebody else who was there. And this dude, kind of caused the fuss and shit, and things kind of almost went sideways, but they didn't really go sideways. But dude ended up like cutting and bouncing, and then I ended up like seeing the nigga a couple days later, him and his folks, and them niggas kind of pushed up on me and shit, trying to fake press a nigga. And we was on Telegraph, which is we right there by the campus, the police station down the street. It's the busiest area in the city, like, middle of the day. So I'm not trying to cause no scene, but them niggas really was trying to cause a scene. So I got gun on me. I got all shit. I always had a gun on me, so, them niggas pressing me and shit and whoop, and, they feeling salty and, nigga, well, you niggas try to rob me. And like, nigga, ain't nobody try to rob your weird ass, nigga. Like, we'd have robbed you, nigga. If we was trying to rob you, nigga, we'd have robbed you. Could have did anything to you. Popped you and threw you in the ocean. Nigga, anything. So it's like, whatever, bro. Like, I'm playing it off like, all right, bro. Like, you tripping. He talking about he from the same spot I'm from. You from the spot. You from crack, then. Okay, when you see me over there, nigga. Because I had never seen him before. But he from over there. So, you talking about you from the hood. When you see me in the hood, nigga, get on, nigga, what's happening? But right now, on Telegraph at 2:30 in the afternoon, nigga, get the fuck away from me, bud. What are you doing? Everybody and their mama out here. But he tripping. Call his partner up there. His partner got a gun. Push up on me like he was going to do something to me. So I got on him so he could get on me. Got on him. Got on Blood, who started all this shit. And then dude he called up there died. The nigga who started all this shit lived. Told on me. He drove himself to the hospital and then told on me in the hospital. I'm out the way. Got on them niggas, I cut. Nigga on foot, I'm running, I'm hitting gates with her out, hit hella blocks. Had my nigga come swoop me up and drive me to the spot out the way. So I'm out the way and my nigga called me. My nigga who had the party called me. He like, where you at? I'm like, bro, I'm out the way. He like, well, you better be out the way. I'm like, he said, bruh called him in the hospital with the police on the phone asking where Nate at. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah, nigga. I fought my case for like a year and a half in the county. They ended up giving me 10. They gave me 10. They gave me 6 for... They gave me 4 for voluntary manslaughter. Gave me 6 for personal use of a firearm. And then they gave me 3 years for assault with a deadly weapon for the nigga who I got on, who lived, who told on me. But they ran that 3 concurrent with the 10. So whichever one was up first just got knocked off, and I ended up doing the 9.
After he got out of prison, he relocated to Portland, Oregon, started a family, was working a job, and he also resumed his music career. But things took a turn for him. Back in 2022, within 10 days, Grapes is accused of murdering 2 people.
The man in this video is Nate Grapes. At least that's what he goes by when producing music. His real name, according to law enforcement, is Nathaniel Freeman, and court documents suggest he has violent tendencies. On Thursday, Portland police announced that Freeman was indicted for the murder of Nicole Griffin. The 30-year-old Griffin was shot and killed back on April 24th near Southeast 9th and Ankeny. Another victim of gun violence in the Rose City is Max Victor. Police say he was shot and killed May 4th in what's described as a drug deal gone bad. Investigators say Nathaniel Freeman pulled the trigger in that shooting as well. In fact, Freeman was sitting in jail on those charges when police connected him to the Griffin slaying.
According to reports, the first murder took place April 24th of 2022. Portland police responded to reports of a shooting that took place in this neighborhood, man. When they got on the scene, they didn't see anybody. They didn't see a victim. They just found, multiple shell casings, around 6 shell casings. They later learned that the victim in the shooting, Nicole Griffin, he had been taken to a local hospital by his friends, where he ended up passing away. A few days later, though, on May 4th, another shooting took place. Around 12:45 a.m., a person in this apartment complex made a call after they heard gunshots, multiple gunshots, and some yelling. When police arrived to the scene, they made it to an apartment. And when they went inside the apartment, they found Morgan Victor also known as Max. His family and friends called him Max Victor. He was on the floor of the apartment, dead from a gunshot wound to his torso. According to the different reports, the dude, Max and Nate Grapes, they apparently got into an argument after Max tried to buy some cocaine from Grapes. Allegedly, the dude Max thought that Grapes tried to short him on the cocaine that he sold him, that he didn't actually sell him the amount that he had paid him for, and that led to a disagreement. They ended up getting into a fight. Nate Grapes ended up getting into his whip and driving off. They say he came back, around like 45 minutes later. According to the reports, Grapes went up to his apartment, knocked on the door. When he opened the door, he just started letting off shots. Max ended up getting hit and passed away, and this is less than 2 weeks after, Nicole Griffin is killed. Grapes was on the run for a few days before they caught up with him, arrested him and charged him for the murder of Max Victor. And while he was locked up, they found out about his connection to Nicole Griffin's murder, which took place, April 24th of 2022. So they ended up hitting him with that murder charge as well. But long story short, Grapes, he pled self-defense, in both of those cases. He took it to trial. But, in August of 2023, Grapes was found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder, 3 counts of unlawful use of a firearm. He was also found guilty of 3 counts of being a felon in possession of a firearm, because, he had already did that time for the murder back in 2008. The manslaughter, shall I say, back in 2008. But in the end, he was hit with 2 consecutive life sentences in prison without the possibility of parole. He's currently locked up right now, serving his bid at the Oregon Department of Corrections. Sad story, Condolences to the 2 families, of these 2 victims. Crazy, I had been on the lookout for Nate Grapes. I was wondering why he was so silent. I hadn't really saw him active on social media or him dropping any music, sad all the way around, but I thought I'd put a piece up about Nate Grapes, Shout out to everybody tuning in and rocking with AHumbleSoul, But yeah, until next time, I'ma holler at y'all, 100.